Hey guys, welcome back to another Shep's movie review. Today's movie is Atomic Blonde, starring Charlize Theron and James McAvoy. Charlize Theron plays an MI6 agent that's sent into Berlin to locate a list, or the list I should say, and the list contains all the names of all the covert agents in the world. So of course, if it gets into the wrong hands, it can mean life and death for them. Now Charlize Theron hooks up with James McAvoy in Berlin, who is the station chief for MI6 down there. Now, going into Atomic Blonde, I have to say I was a little leery. Seeing the trailers, I was worried about two things. The first, I thought it was just going to be another John Wick knockoff, trying to cash in on Keanu Reeves' success with that franchise. Or two, it was going to be a mindless action flick. Now, to me, in the former, there's nothing wrong with a mindless action flick. Sometimes it's good just to go shut off your mind and watch something. The Raid is a perfect example. John Wick is almost another example, though they do have some good world building. I will say that it isn't a John Wick knockoff, and it sadly is not a mindless action flick. There is a convoluted plot to this movie, which kind of hurts it. I have to admit that for like the first 30 or 40 minutes, they try to build up this storyline, and it's just so slow and kind of convoluted that I was getting bored. I was wondering where was the action that we'd seen in the trailers. And it does happen. One of the things I really enjoyed about this movie was James McAvoy. James McAvoy just seemed to, like, he read the script, embraced the character, and just went a little crazy doing it. He just seemed to embody this guy that he plays, and it just reads. Whenever he's on the screen, you can tell he's fully invested in this character, and he is a fun guy to watch. Charlize Theron, I'm 50-50 on her. Her action scenes were good. I believed her doing these action scenes. I do believe she did most of them, if not all of these action scenes. Just the character outside the action scenes got me down. She does this accent thing that just grated on me. I was like, what the hell are you trying to do? And I don't think it helps that the storyline wasn't that good. It's a typical storyline that we've seen before. You got to find this list that contains all the covert agents' names on it, because if it gets out there, they're going to die. You know, people are going to kill them, etc. We've seen it before. There was nothing new in this movie, that story, that really got you engaged in that line. And so that was what really hurt it the most. Now, I'll say the action scenes were good. When there was two great ones. There's this hallway stairwell scene that you might or might not say that was inspired by a Daredevil series that was on Netflix. But I love nowadays the cinematographers doing these long takes where there's very, very, very little editing, if any editing at all. And it's just panning through the scene, carrying out through the building, outside. When it's really well done, say like here in Atomic Blonde, I thought they did it really well. It's a beautiful thing to watch, and it goes on for like 5-10 minutes. It's great. John Goodman is in it. And they give him some billing and stuff like that, but he doesn't do a lot in this movie. He's the CIA agent that comes in and helps out a little bit. Sophia from The Mummy and The Kingsman is in it. I really enjoyed her. I think she's a great up-and-comer. I wish they'd have done more with her in The Mummy. I think she gives a little bit more in this movie. We see a little bit more of her acting side. And so I really enjoy her. But to keep it short, guys, Atomic Blonde the story needed to be tightened up some more. The action scenes were great, but you don't get into it until like probably halfway through this movie. James McAvoy, I thought, did really good. Charlize Theron was about half and half to me. So all in all, guys, I'd say, to me, if you're going to go see it, matinee it, but you're not going to, it's not something that's going to stick with you for the rest of the time. I'd even go so far as to say, sorry, I have a little stuffed nose. Wait for it to come out on DVD, Blu-ray, Netflix. It's not worth the money to pay full price in the theater. So if you really want to see it, matinee it. But my recommendation is just wait for it to come on Netflix or, you know, whatever streaming media you go to. All right, guys. So have you seen Atomic Blonde? If you have, comment below. Let me know what you thought. Did you agree with me? Did you not agree with me? But besides that, guys, that's all I got for you this time. See you at the next review.